And welcome to the Honda CRX challengers about to tackle the Birmingham Superprix course, weaving about, warming their tyres up as they head for the starting grid. Fastest of all, in that extraordinarily coloured CRX coupe, Patrick Watts, the 88 champion, winner at Cadwell. He was fastest of all by 0.3 of a second, just that, from Paul Taft, second quickest. Then Andy Ackley, then Stephen Wardby. Fifth quickest, Graham Churchill. Rick Chortle was next. Rob Hall was next fastest in practice. Derek Higgins, Mark Hazel, Simon Sable, Mike Callaghan, Dave Loudon, all in identical CRXs. Peter Morgan, Russell Grady, Dick Draper, Steve Malloy, Chris Boone, Howard Jackson and Keith Farrance. And then it's Paul Storr, Dennis Bunning, R.W. Addison, Bill Gibson, Mark Donaldson, and last but not least, Ray Byford. 25 cars, all virtually identical, heading round now the Superprix course, round the closed off, specially for the racing here in Birmingham, the city streets of Birmingham. The course that's used by the Formula 3000 cars in the famous Superprix, Britain's only on-the-streets motor race. This is one of the supporting races, and all the drivers in identical Honda CRXs, competing for an £8,000 first prize at the end of the season. And all these cars very carefully control this formula, all virtually the same technically, and all the engines sealed. I'm joined in the commentary box by Derek Bell. Derek, have you ever driven one of these near standard Hondas?
No, I can't say that I have, but I think the actual mechanical setup with the 16-valve engine, 130 brake horsepower, makes it a very fast little car, very popular little car as far as road use is concerned. And here we have it driving on a racetrack, and all the cars are identical, so we're going to see just how good the drivers are, and that's what it's all about.
Quite a lot of power nonetheless, 130 horsepower under those bonnets. That's good to get you to 60 in 7.6 seconds. They'll be doing that any moment now, watching the lights. Patrick Watts on the front row, on the right, Paul Taft on the left. Last year's champion, this year's challenger in number 2. And away they go, the lights are green, down the main Bristol road. A little bit quicker than the 30 mile an hour they can normally do in the rush hour here. That's if you're lucky and the roads are clear of traffic. It's Taft who has it. Taft in 2. Taft from Watts. That's the 1-2. Paul Taft, approaching 50 years of age, but certainly no slow coach in the Honda. He was quick in a Mini way back, and even quicker in a Metro. And he's won several of these races already this year.
He gives me heart to carry on.
Streaming through the barriers. Unfortunately, not hitting any of them so far.
Yeah, he gives me a lot of heart to carry on if he's nearing around 50, as I've noticed from the notes. He's doing a tremendous job. It's not easy. All those cars are identical, and for any man to actually hold the lead or take away the lead is quite remarkable. And it's not an easy thing to do at all, because they are like, you're just waiting for the chap in front to make one slight mistake, one slight error, to give yourself that chance to creep by.
A fine shot as they stream down the Belgrave middleway, past the mosque, not stopping though. No time for the CRX challengers. Right into Sherlock Street they go, and then it's down to the markets. And no time to shop for any bargains either. Here they come, round Sherlock Street, close to the barrier there.
Somebody's already had a bit of a moment back there.
Moment in the back there.
A couple of spinners. It's going to happen on the first couple of laps. In fact, they're all over the place at the back there, because obviously if somebody backs off, the others are going to take evasive action. And I don't think our viewers realise just how tricky these cars are to drive at the limit. To drive any car at the limit is difficult. So when something goes a little bit askew, get a little bit sideways, it's not any easier to control one of these going on the limit than it is a Formula 3000 car.
They've done Pershore Street there, heading up Bromsgrove Street through the wiggle, through the Honda corner. Appropriate corner there, and onto the straight, the main start-finish straight, which is, of course, the main Bristol road. Streaming through, 130 horsepower apiece, 16-valve engines, really working overtime.
Paul Taft actually is slightly pulling away, but he's holding a very tight line to stop the car of Patrick